Hello and welcome to N94, your research course for the program. A couple of things that I want to just kind of go over and get out of the way before this whole course starts is your discussion boards and your assignments. So with your discussion boards, make sure you have a reference for this. Sometimes students forget to include a reference with the primary post. I do expect one there. Otherwise, I usually take a couple points off for not having a reference cited for that. Also, make sure it's in APA formatting. We're starting to get a little bit more picky about that, or at least we're told we need to get a little bit more picky about that. So do include an APA formatted reference with your discussion posts. I'm okay with you speaking in first person with your discussion boards. That's perfectly fine. So let's take a look at what is expected with your discussion board for this week. So first thing, I want you to introduce yourself to everybody. It's interesting to see who's all in the course from all over the country and your different backgrounds. You bring a lot of information and content to all of your courses. So it's just good to see where everybody's coming from. So go to the NINR website and identify the 4 current priorities for nursing research under the Nursing Research Develops Knowledge 2. What we want you to do is look for the priority ones, and then do you agree with them or do you not agree with them? And what are your recommendations as far as an addition or a change? And then support this with, evidence. This is where your reference is going to come in. Make sure that you reply to 2 peers every week, and your primary post needs to be a minimum of 400 words in order to get full credit, and your response post needs to be a minimum of 200 words to get full credit. All right, so now let's go and look at your assignment. All of your assignments need to be in APA format. I have attached a shell at the bottom of this announcement for you to use, and I'll do that every week. If there's not one there, I might have just forgotten to upload it, so please email me and let me know and I'll get that uploaded for you. But I know students can still struggle with APA format, so I'll have that out there as a guide that you can use. You don't need to use it if you don't want. That's perfectly fine. So what we're going to do with your assignment is we are going to formulate a PICOT question, P-I-C-O-T. Sometimes you might see the T dropped off, but for your purposes here, we're going to include the T as part of this assignment. All right, so I've included just real briefly here, what the criteria is and what we're going to be looking at. I will also upload several documents that you can use to help guide you to formulate your question that you can apply to your clinical area. And eventually in the rest of the assignment, you're going to get to either looking at, well, we'll just go to the assignment here. You're going to either look at the clinical problem associated with it or a way to improve on this situation in your area. Finally, you're going to want to look at 5 different research articles utilizing your databases, and I would highly encourage you to stick with Aspen Library just because all of those articles are going to be free. If you go to maybe a search engine like Google Scholar, you may end up having to pay for those, and I would not recommend having to pay for any of your articles. But you're going to pick one that best supports your nursing interventions that you are going to use for the question that you have formulated for your clinical area. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I check my email morning and night, and I try and get back to you in a timely manner. If I have not responded to you in 24 hours, chances are it has not gotten to me. I do have that on occasion. I also have had it happen where I've responded to a student, but the email address that they used to email me won't let my email through and I get it sent back to me, and then I really don't know how to communicate with you. So please reach out if you haven't heard from me within 24 hours because I'm generally pretty good on keeping to that hour mark. So again, welcome, and if you have anything, please let me know.